Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you are all doing well. Guys, I'm extremely late and I'm sorry for that, but this morning it was impossible for me to record because everything was still blurry. I was shaking, I didn't know where to start because there is so much to say about an epic night. What Juventus did yesterday, it will be part of history forever. Put a maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe. Let me first start thanking all of you because yesterday we did something epic on the field with the boys in the Red Bull Arena, but also here on the channel. 1,300 people, Juventini of the world, were watching the live yesterday, which was incredible. So many likes on the channel. And also yesterday we reached 34,000 Juventini. I'm sure that we can do much more because there are so many Juventini of the world that do not know about this channel, so it's the moment to do it. We will start the video speaking about, unfortunately, the huge bad news of this morning, and we will end with that, and in the middle we go towards the game. So what is the bad news? We knew it, huh? It's already out. Bremer, season is over. I tell you it like that, like it is. Season is over for Bremer. If we are reading the official report of Juve, this morning Bremer went a diagnostic test at the J Medical, which revealed the anterior cruciate ligament, so ACL injury. It's over. The rumors are saying that he will go this weekend in Austria for the surgery and then trying to work. He also wrote it on Instagram, Forza Bremer. It will be difficult. It will be difficult because there was one man that was never out of the team. It was Bremer. We changed the goalkeeper, we changed defenders, we changed fullback, midfielders like we saw yesterday. Always counting on Thiago Motta, we changed everyone. And sometimes we even changed Dusan Vlahovic when he was not performing at the 45th minute. But if there was one man that we didn't change, it was Bremer. Hey, the destiny wanted that it was over. And it is over. Then Nico Gonzalez, for him, 3 weeks, 1 month out. So also for him, we will have to wait, even if it's way less serious than Bremer. I will come back on that in a second. Ragazzi, let me start to tell you that you have to remember what happened yesterday. Because it's part of history. Because a lot happened yesterday. Because yesterday could possibly be remembered as the night where everything started. I can't tell you the future. I don't know if we will win the Champions League, if we will win the Scudetto, if we will win the Coppa Italia, if we will just qualify to Champions League. I don't know. I don't know the future. But what we did yesterday could possibly be the turnaround of the season, could possibly be the moment that we'll remember as the night where everything started, where Juventus rose back as a phoenix. Where they woke up a sleeping giant, because yesterday I repeated it many times. Juventus was with a knee on the ground since really long, but they woke us up, and that's something that you can't do. How many times did Juventus rose up like a phoenix? I love for Juventus for many reasons, guys, and for a lot of reasons, and one of them is because I don't know any other team that saw so many injustice, punishment, minus 15, sent in second division. But every single time we wake up, every single time we rise, every single time we fight back, and that's where we come back in winning. And it's not a way of saying, come back stronger champion. Now Juventus, they do it with facts. Time on time on time again. Against everything and against everyone. Always, you can be sure about one thing. Juventus can possibly, it's part of the history, suffer for a few years, but Juventus never die. And yesterday they showed us. Look, yesterday I said that we needed a strong win to convince the Tifosi. You remember the video of a few days ago where I said, I feel, yes, the enthusiasm, curiosity, but not yet the real belief that we are strong. Well, we needed a convincing win, a strong win, to show us that we were in safe hands, that it was a good project, and even that we were good. But we needed it especially for the players, for the team, for Thiago Motta to convince themselves that they were great, that they were good. Well, I tell you the truth, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting it like yesterday, because what happened yesterday goes beyond my craziest dream. It was really a roller coaster of emotion, but the way that we did it. Before entering the deal, and we will not speak a lot about tactic today, guys. I have no energy to speak about tactic, maybe later. I really wanted to give a huge, big applause to Leipzig. Seriously, I'm not joking, seriously. Probably you didn't hear it or you didn't see it or they didn't speak about it, but before the game, in the stadium, in the Red Bull Arena, you were able to hear the Juve anthem. Marchisio was on Prime, Amazon Prime, I believe. There was the question, did you ever heard that in another stadium in Italy? Never. That you are playing the anthem of the opponent? Never. Guys, it's already a big, huge sign of respect. But a huge sign of respect. But it didn't stop there immediately. When Bremer went out at the 6th minute, you had immediately Leipzig with a tweet under the one of Juve saying, get well soon. And then when Nico Gonzalez went out again, we hope it's not too bad, get well soon. Where this morning, after the news of Gleison Bremer, again, they send their strength, which is beautiful. Guys, sportsmanship, also in defeat. But even yesterday, post-game, the coach, Rosa, guys, he goes in front of microphone. He's not complaining about anything. First of all, there was nothing to complain, but he goes and he says Juve was stronger. Punto. Guys, this never happens in Italy. This doesn't happen in Serie A. The toxicity, and you know that I love banter, but at a certain moment, pay attention. When you're stronger, you're stronger. And yesterday, he went in microphones without shame. They were stronger. Punto. Bravo to Leipzig. Bravo to Leipzig. Now, coming back to our team. Starting 11, chosen by Thiago Motta again. We never learn, Juventini, we never learn. Juventus, we see the lineups. We see Savona on the right side. Why not Kalulu there and Gatti in the middle? Then we see Weston McKennie. Why McKennie? What is this coach doing? Does he understand football? We see Fagioli. What about Locatelli? Because he was great. Always the same thing. Ragazzi. Yesterday we were convinced. There was something that he said in press conference. Tomorrow, with Cambiaso, tomorrow we want to do our game. Tomorrow we don't want to give too much the ball to Leipzig. Tomorrow we want to be dominant against a team that is playing football. Could have been a pre-tactic, these kind of words that you are saying in front of microphones just to scare them and then pay. No, they did it. Look at the momentum. I will probably not edit the video. It's a momentum go on SofaScore. You will watch it where Juventus, and that's what I was asking since a lot of games, start to play. Start with that ball possession. Don't invite them. And Juventus, they were having the ball, but not just having the ball passively. No, yesterday we were holding the ball and we were active, proactive, trying to be dangerous. We were not that much, but we were not conceding that much. And then the stats were showing Juventus is in the game. Away from home. I remember we didn't win away from home in Europe since 3 years. Since the 20th of October 2021, 1-0 against Zenit. Yesterday, Juventus showed that they were there to win. They were there to win. And we said it, from the moment that the first goal will come, we'll continue to score. But unfortunately, the question that I didn't want to have answered before the game was, what if Juventus concede the first goal? And that's what we do. Guys, we are there attacking. It's not because we were parking the bus. Because we were there up front. We try. Shot deflected. Bam, bam, bam. They go with counter-attack with 3 passes. And a fantastic way of playing. Boom. Up and down. Boom. Sesko. That is making a goal looking easier than it actually was. Because the goal is just fantastic. There, as an objective, neutral fan, you stand up and you say bravo. Unfortunately, it's against Juve. So you don't say bravo. You are pissed off. And it's pissed off because Juventus was doing. But you know what I loved? That at that moment I was obliged to ask myself the question, what now? What now that we conceded that first goal? And they gave me the answer because Juventus, they continued to play. Even if, since the beginning, the evening doesn't look that great. Bremer, 6th minute, out. A few minutes later, 10th minute, Nico Gonzalez, out. 2 players, 2 changes where you don't have a lot of slots and a lot of possibilities anymore to possibly change the game. You need to adapt your entire plan. And that's extremely difficult in football. Changing your plan at the 10th minute of the game, knowing that the game is still extremely long. Well, when you are watching the heat maps, you will see that, of course, it's a bit influenced by the changes, etc., etc. But yesterday, the plan was Nico Gonzalez on Raum to block him, playing a bit lower, helping Savona. Well, when you play Conceicao, you are playing a totally different game, and you see it at Conceicao, together with Dusan Vlahovic, were the most offensive men, Conceicao, on the right side. No, beautiful performance, especially in the midfield, telling you that sometimes we need just to trust the coach. That is not selecting maybe the strongest one, the most experienced one, the most whatever you want on paper. It's not looking at stats on a card, but it's looking at the weak. Who deserves? who is ready for that game because he can give me what I'm asking. Yesterday, the performance of these two guys in midfield, McKennie and Fagioli, are extremely important for the way that we won, especially with 10 men. And I think it's really reductive. It's not enough to open Corriere dello Sport today and seeing Dusan Vlahovic in huge with Vlahovic. No, that would be not enough. For what the guys delivered yesterday, it's not enough. Vlahovic. That being said, probably the best performance ever of Dusan Vlahovic with the Bianconeri shirt. Even if yesterday we played with our third kit, that is fantastic, guys. There was no better game to honor the beauty that the third shirt is. Now, because when we will see these images this season, next season, in 5 years, in 10 years, it will be with that shirt. That game with that shirt is the perfect combo, guys. There was no better way, of course. But yesterday was probably the best game of Dusan Vlahovic in Bianconero. You know what I love the most? You know it's difficult to choose now between the two goals because that first goal is, boom, first post and goal. And then the other one is the beauty of a technique that is incredible, bringing back a bit to Sassuolo, Atalanta, especially Atalanta. But I choose that first one because that first one is what I'm asking since long about Dusan Vlahovic. In that first one, you really have the definition of a strong number 9 of Juve, the one that I want in my team, and Dusan Vlahovic, he did it. He was in the middle. He sees Cambiaso. He could have gone on the second post, taking it with a header. No, he attacked that first post with an anger, with a will to destroy the goal, to destroy the world, going bam, deflection with the left foot, going and crossing that ball on that far post. It's a difficulty that is extremely high, but the goal is just bisou, and then that second goal. And you know what's even the most thing is that third goal. And you will tell me, Beppe, but he didn't score a hat-trick. No, it's the third goal he's scoring it in post-game, where I said, Dusan, bravo, for the brace against Genoa. But I didn't appreciate you shushing the people. There were no people. So against who? Why? You're showing them, the invisible people, the media around you, the papa, that are speaking. You're showing them that they are correct and they will continue. Some people attacked me. You know who didn't attack me? Dusan Vlahovic, because yesterday in microphones he says, I was wrong in my goal celebration against Genoa. I have to do like the strong players who just go on about their own business. Bravo, Dusan. This is what I appreciated the most, because that's the step that we need. We don't know, or we don't need Dusan Vlahovic to show us that he has the technique to score from outside of the goal, that he can attack that first post, that he can score with a header, that he can score penalties, that he can win a duel. We know that he can do all these kind of things. What we are asking is that ultimate step, that maturity to stay in the game. Yesterday with these words, fantastic. Like Fagioli, that according to me, I was together with Luca Monblano today. Every time that we heard the word of Fagioli, we stand up. Because the performance of Fagioli, that a few weeks ago I was saying there are 3 men that needs to prove themselves. From the anciens, Locatelli, Dusan Vlahovic and Fagioli, because he missed a year. Because of himself. You know what he said yesterday? Is it my best game? Probably. The difficult moment, the difficult moment that I had? Because of myself. Taking responsibility. From the moment that you take responsibility, you can go ahead. Otherwise, you can't go ahead. If you're neglecting, if you are ignoring, if you are trying to say it's because of the other ones, you don't go ahead. Fantastico. That's a team that goes beyond. That's a team that wants to be more mature. That's a team that can do a lot of things, especially because we are extremely young. Because yesterday, our team was the youngest ever team in Champions League from Juve. 24 years and 269. Never we played with a starting 11 that was younger than that one. Then you will tell me, Beppe, it's already how long? 30 minutes, you didn't even mention Chico Conceicao. Ancora Chico. Mamma mia, what a goal yesterday. Mamma mia. Gazzetta dello Sport is putting him Juve da pazzi. Crazy Juve. With Chico that is doing like that with the third shirt. Beautiful image. The goal is just fantastic. It's heroic. But it's not only Chico Conceicao, it's all the team. But the way that he did it yesterday, the courage, the bravery to test, to try, to dare, to not be scared, to look at his man, going with the hips, because the hips never lie, guys. Fantastic performance of Conceicao. I told you, on the field, he will make people fall in love so much. Well, yesterday, he's the only, there were 2 players, but he's the second ever player in Champions League that ever scored and assisted coming from the bench at Juve. You know who was the last one and the first one? from the bench, assist and goal in the same game, it was Marco Di Vaio against Olympiacos in 2003. Mamma mia. A player that I really liked. So Conceicao, fantastic. Yesterday I was joking, and I said yesterday, Messi with that buff, when you see Yamin Lamal, it was not Yamin Lamal, it was a Conceicao. Yes, of course, it's a joke, but Baderna made a meme about that. You can find it on social media. It's true. Yesterday I saw this dribble, the things that are making people fall in love. Fall in love. What a player. Our player. Again, Giuntoli, fantastic. Fantastically well done. E Motta se la gode. And Motta is enjoying his written in Tuttosport today. Vinto col coraggio. Ora avanti così. We won because we had courage, because we dared, and now we continue like that. And then he says in Gazzetta, convinti di attaccare anche in 10, che coraggio. We were convinced to attack even with 10 men. What a courage that we had yesterday. Look, I am convinced that the game of tomorrow can change a lot in our perspective of how we attack games, how we are playing against these close teams in Italy. I think that we will start seeing from now on a Juventus that will go even more with power, even more with density, with energy, trying to break them, because they know that everything can happen if we want, if we try, if we dare. Yesterday, Dusan said it after the game, we entered as devils in that second half. And that's what you could see in the momentum. It was 11 against 11. We're losing 1-0. I can tell you that at that moment on, we had everything to score. First, that assist of McKennie to Cope Manners for that post. People forget about that. And then again, Conceicao in the penalty box, on the ground, keeping that ball. We play, we try. We were there until the equalizer 1-1. But Motta said it. We go, we try. Again, more. After that 1-1, he said more. After that 2-1 for them, he said more. After that 2-2, he didn't say he said more. Let's go, let's do. We can do it. We believe in ourselves. We played even better with 10 men that with 11. And then again, Cristiano Giuntoli, Thiago Motta, the eye to go for Kalulu. But again, what a performance. Guys, every single game, Pierre Kalulu, it's 5 stars. Yes, he was not impeccable always because he suffered a bit up and down yesterday, but he was there. In that first minutes of the game where he's going with a tackle, in the last minutes of the game where he's going with crazy tackles, omnipresent. Kalulu is the gift of God. It's, like you have a target A and you miss it. Target B and you miss it. And then you say, let's go for target C, and you don't even believe, you're not sure, whatever. And God is saying, you deserve. Here, the gift that you were not expecting. This is Kalulu. I'm happy. I'm really happy for Pierre Kalulu. And then, of course, we end the video before going to Bremer again with the title of Tuttosport that is saying Juve Squadra Anticipo. I don't know how to translate it, but they are speaking actually about all the things that we saw yesterday, from the referees that received 4 in Gazzetta and Tuttosport in terms of rating. I would have put even lower. On the 1-0, the penalty that is missing on Dusan. Yesterday I was quite mild. I said, no, I'm not sure, but it was clearly a penalty. After watching it, after understanding, it was clearly a penalty. Something totally strange, not given to Dusan. Then 2-1. Penalty given on Douglas Luiz that you can discuss, that just entered. And by the way, I want to take the defense of Douglas Luiz. That was probably the worst one. I said it yesterday, but I want to repeat. It's a guy that is entering in the second half as the only change, because the 2 first changes were obliged for injuries. Then he's obliged to do it, even anticipating. And Coach Motta is giving his trust in Douglas Luiz. He could have given his trust in Locatelli to hold down the game with experience. He could have gone with Danilo to change a game. Could have done a lot of things. He went for Douglas Luiz. That is not in the biggest moment of his career. And he knows that he has all the trust. The first ball that he's touching is causing a penalty where we are 2-1 with one man less. Enters the brain. Luckily we win because these kind of moments, they can destroy a game. But that penalty, according to me, exaggerated. Like exaggerated probably the red card for Di Gregorio, because I'm not even sure today that really he touched it or not. Anyway, yesterday, that phantomatic, that ghost fall from Cope Manners on the player there that is starting everything there. Disaster. Disaster. How is it possible? Yesterday I was extremely pissed off. I said, if you don't want us in in UEFA, in Champions League, tell us. Then we don't come. Just tell us simply. Yesterday, I didn't want a game like that because I wish this kind of refereeing to nobody. To nobody. I want equal games in terms of no injuries with your best team against the best other team, but I want also a fair refereeing. Yesterday what we saw was not fair. Was not fair at all. And we were obliged to fight even harder. Then of course I have the question, because we did it yesterday, but what if it happens against Stuttgart? What if it happens, because we know it, especially in or out games. Guys, let's not lie about it. Porto, Real Madrid, Barcelona, finals, no finals, in and out games. How many times were we victim of extremely strange things? We need to be stronger. We know it. Juventus, they need to be extremely stronger. And that's why I'm asking you, ragazzi. Now it's easy. Juventus won. Juventus did miracle. Juventus is finishing all the front pages. Bravo, Juve. We are here. We are Juventini. We are proud. And now, even in these nights, look how much hate there is on us. Look at how much people, they want us to fail. That's why when we are in difficult times, be there. That's where the team needs it the most. Finish on Bremer. First, Milik. Again, surgery yesterday. He will be out for 2 months. I don't know if we will see Milik soon. At least 2 months out. Probably even after January. Let's see. So that's annoying news, especially if we know that Gonzalez will be out for 30 days. So something will be needed to be invented, because Vlahovic, of course, 6 goals already this season. He's on fire, but he can't play all the games. But the biggest one is Bremer. That, or you find something internally. What are the things? I will mention them. Cabal could be an option in the center of the defense, because Thiago Motta sees him as a center defender. Kalulu Gatti, but they can't play all the games. But that's what we saw yesterday. I think that we will see them until they can. And then you have 2 other internal options, except of Danilo, that can potentially also help there. It is Locatelli. I know that he doesn't like it. Man, why not even a Douglas Luiz? I'm going crazy now. You will tell me, Beppe. And otherwise, you have still the free transfer agents that are there. Sergio Ramos is a name that was spoken about this morning. Rumors. Is it correct? Is it not correct? Will he come? Will he not come? The only thing that I tell you about Sergio Ramos is 38. He's not 21 anymore. He passed his peak. He has no team. Didn't do that great with Sevilla. But Sergio Ramos is the player that you hate when you have him as an opponent. When you have him in your team, mamma mia. The experience of Sergio Ramos, even for 20 games. I would not say no. Of course, I would have loved Bremer to be there. He's not there. So let's try to find solutions. But anyway, even with internal solution, I tell you, we miss a man. We miss a man, and someone needs to be there, ready. I don't know who. I don't know how. But someone needs to be there. And that was it for me. So no edits, guys. I hope you're not angry that I didn't do it. But I had a lot of things to say from my chest. The injury, the not injury, the game, the epic performance. You guys, tifosi, grazie for all the likes, for all the support, for being here day by day. Thank you, really. Grazie, forza. Juve.